find out.
Yeah, no. Because we should be... Because...
Now we're live, though.
Were we not live?
I don't know.
Are we live now? Were we not live? View 0.
Okay. Sarah probably commented on the preview, on like the pre-stream.
Probably.
Like the premiere. Cool. We are for sure... You probably started streaming but didn't hit go live.
Why do you have to hit go live?
Because you signed in rather than use stream key. I'll explain it to you later. It's a whole thing.
Oh, I get it.
Hi guys.
Goodness gracious.
Welcome again. We had some issues. We did go live. At least we thought we went
thought
live
we
at
went
9.
live.
We did not.
No.
Because YouTube is
Stupid.
what I was gonna say a butt, but you know.
Stupid.
Yours.
Nicer.
It is nicer, not by much, but by a little bit.
Yeah.
Thank you all for joining us. For right now, we got a total of 0 views, dude. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna go like this real quick.
Ooh. Yes.
Take the
picture.
Do it. I think my phone just glitched.
Your phone is frozen.
Hello? Wow, okay.
Or
well,
no, just Instagram.
yeah, Instagram froze. I was gonna say we're live on Instagram, but...
Yeah, we are live on Instagram. That is accurate.
Here, I'll set this story. Try this again. Click.
You
know what? No.
take it with your camera. And then post it.
That's a good idea. Anyway, hi.
Hi.
If you're watching, welcome to watching.
Oh, and we need to re-explain how pigs fly.
Oh yeah, we do need to
because we weren't live for that. So,
Trebuchet.
Trebuchet, aka La Catapult. So, what it does, it spins on an axle. It's got counterweight, so the weight of the pig less than the weight of the counterweight. Axle then rotates with increased momentum, and that causes the pig to exit with velocity, and it has energy put into it, which causes it to
fly.
Exactly.
Hi, Joy.
For a little bit, and then it stops flying very quickly, and then that's what we like to call
landing.
I was gonna say pork dumplings, but
the pork
bacon, ham,
probably
Christmas
ham.
dinner.
This just isn't working. Well, oh well.
Hi Trinity, hi Joy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad you guys could join us. Yeah. So we do actually have a topic though. Because we do have some questions. Livando. Levi is here. So we do have a topic because we thought, you know what? We actually need to guide it a little bit. But we're going to keep it's super today. It's a much more vague, a little less of a script that way because it's live. We can just kind of chat it up.
Yeah.
And we can interrupt ourselves rather than having to go through the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. And feel free. Oh. Favorite part of the episode. Favorite. Oh my. We have to answer that first.
What's been your guys' favorite episode
you filmed?
Oh. That's a really good question.
I don't know. One of them that's up there for me personally, which this might just be me personally, is the autism episode.
That was a good episode.
I really like that because I was able to, honestly, okay, that series we did, the psychology series, going from what is depression to what is anxiety to what is autism to what is psychology. Those, I gotta say the whole 4 episodes, I really enjoyed it. And I think I really liked it because there needs to be more talk of psychology from a biblical perspective, and we were able to provide that.
I have to look back because I don't really remember all the episodes we recorded.
The swearing one was fun.
That was kind of fun, yeah.
It's TikTok evil. Oh, good one.
Yeah.
The camp one? Okay, the camp one turned out way better than I thought it would. Literally. Like, those are, what, 4 people there?
1, 2, 3, 4 besides us, yeah.
4 people besides us that had never been, like, on camera in any serious way.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were all like, well, let's see how this goes. Now, they're all fairly, like, social and stuff, so they knew how to talk. But we weren't sure how it would work. But, man, the conversations we had talking about growing up as a young person, how camp affected us, like, it turned out to be a phenomenal episode, just really giving glory to God. So I'd have to say it's up there, but for sure, I'd say if I had to pick one, it would be What is Psychology? You know? And the whole series, though, I loved.
Yeah. I don't really have a favorite, I don't think.
Yeah?
I've enjoyed them all.
Yeah, they have been. Yeah, I know. It's hard for me to pick. I literally gave 5.
Yeah.
Because it's like, they're all so great. Like, even some of our earlier ones, like Finding Purpose.
That was a good one, too.
Or Trauma was a hard one, but I think another needful one.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. I liked the psychology series.
Yeah.
That one was good. Where was I liked our last one.
Yeah?
Cuz it was a little bit more like Theoretical, yeah. We actually, like, obviously we stick to the theory, what's it called?
Theory process of hypothesis, evidence, hypothesis, experimentation, evidence, facts, theory.
Yeah.
It comes up with a theory based on evidence.
Can I make this bigger?
Yes, you can.
It doesn't change the font size.
Oh, no, you can't do that because that's like an API that's like built into YouTube.
Yeah. Oh well. Well, I don't want to make it bigger then.
Yeah.
I just want to be able to see the comments better. Oh well.
I could be the comment reader.
Yeah.
But no, that I agree with you. That was a really interesting one because it really, we kind of took a normal, like, regular thing, and we kind of, like, broke it down into something else that you didn't expect.
Mm-hmm.
We did a similar thing with clicks, I think.
Yeah, that one turned out well too. I wasn't quite sure, like, going into that one. I was like, I don't know how this one's gonna go, just because I hadn't put a whole lot of thought into it. But yeah, that one did turn out well too.
Yeah.
For that.
But yeah, let's open up our topic.
Yeah.
But, like, totally, please, guys, keep asking questions. Like, if you have any questions, don't feel free to interrupt us. This isn't going to be quite that stream of consciousness that we normally go for.
Yeah.
But we're talking about exactly what you're saying about why you liked the last episode, which is theory.
Yes.
We're talking about theory. In fact, we're talking about, like, 3 different types of theory. Perfect timing, Sarah. 3 different types of theory. Conspiracy theory.
Mm-hmm.
Scientific theory. And game theory.
Yeah.
Not the YouTube channel, the concept.
So you could essentially say conceptual theory.
Yeah. So the idea of theory itself.
Yeah. But to start out, we always like to know what we're drinking.
What are we drinking? Because I actually don't know.
I didn't make it this time.
Yeah.
Because I had to be up here and we were not ready to stream.
Yes.
Till just before we started streaming.
Yep, because we have Wednesday church, so we had to do it after church.
And even then, we found out we still weren't ready to stream because I didn't do quite right.
We had to...
We are drinking hot chocolate, but the way I like to make it with coffee instead of hot water.
So, what I like to call the double stimulant medley. Sugar and caffeine.
Or spicy hot chocolate.
Yes, I do like I do spicy hot chocolate.
It's spicy.
But yeah.
Yeah, so that's
what we're drinking. Theory. What is... we didn't look up a definition for theory. We need to look up a definition for theory.
I need definition.
I need to...
Oh, what's the...
What is caressing the microphone? This is called a shock mount.
This? Could be like if I bump
wait.
it.
That might be it.
Or your foot rubbing against it.
Either way, if you're talking about what is the shell, I could talk about this for the rest of the time. It's called a shock mount. I won't.
What am I looking at? Oh, I remember. Never mind.
And then, what is caressing? I guess the better question would be, who is caressing? That's me.
No. Stop it.
On the bottom.
Theory.
Oh, you're talking about this.
The rock.
So, notice how he has to hold it? Because what? If we let it go, it starts falling.
It falls. Actually, I think it...
Maybe it just barely bounces.
Balance.
But I don't want to take that risk. So because of that, we have this. It's like a amulet, like shimmery rock, and it's really cool. And I found it for free on the side of a road because someone was dumping a bunch of stuff out. Mm-hmm. Got this in an X-Acto knife set for absolute free because they were literally putting it at the dump.
I should probably get an X-Acto knife set.
Yes, Dwayne Le Rock. So it'd actually be Dwayne Le Rock. It's like Dwayne, but he likes to be pretty. So that is why that's there.
That's what's, as Sarah asked, is caressing the mic. Oh, why?
But what is theory?
What is theory? Theory, the first definition: speculation, a doctrine or scheme of things which terminates in speculation or contemplation without a view to practice. It is here taken in an unfavorable sense as implying something visionary.
So that's more conspiracy.
Yep. Or, second definition, an exposition of the general principles of any science as a theory of music.
Give me the fourth. Because that is...
Well, I gotta read the third if I'm
okay,
gonna read the fourth.
Fine.
Third definition, the science distinguished from art as a theory and practice of medicine. And then fourth, the philosophical explanation of phenomena. Phenomena.
Phenomena.
Either physical or moral, as Lavoisier's theory of combustion or Smith's theory of moral sentiments.
This is the big thing to talk about when talking about scientific theory, is that it's distinguished from a hypothesis.
Yes.
And that theory has evidence to back it up.
And the hypothesis
does not.
Whoa, crazy.
That's cray. So, that's what we're talking about. Theory. And that's also what we're trying to do with our podcast. Is come up with some theories, some conclusions. That's shorthand, honestly, for in a lot of people, shorthand for theory is a conclusion, a decision made based off of multiple sources of evidence.
You know, I was thinking about it, and I think the general thought or idea that comes to people's mind when they hear the word theory or theorizing, at least for people who don't know what it means or anything, the general thought is that it's some people making up stuff as they go and just like off out in the wind. Woo! You know, it's like, here's my theory about it's like, okay, that's
not
how it's been used, but that's not what theory is.
Scientifically, that would be considered a hypothesis.
Yeah.
A hypothesis is an educated guess based off prior experience. Mm-hmm. So it's like, oh, I know approximately how elastic a rubber band is, and I know approximately how heavy this rock is, so if I shoot this rock with this rubber band, how far will it go? And then you could guess.
I don't care. But a theory is, here's the conclusion we've come to based on these facts. This is our theory.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like, and we use theories all the time. We don't always call them that.
Yep.
But it's like, I drive this car. Like, I have a theory that Honda and Toyota are more reliable cars. It's not a fact because there's also a couple of people that I've known that are like, I've driven this truck for 10 years that's, competing brand, and it's not broken down, or it's hardly broken down. It's like, all right, cool. But then I look at the evidence overall, and my conclusion, my theory is that in general, Honda and Toyota are more reliable.
Yep.
And the world agrees with me.
Yes.
So I'm pretty confident in that theory.
Pretty confident. Yeah.
Whereas so that's the idea of a theory. Is there has to be evidence, facts, truth in there. But a theory on its own is not evidence, facts, or truth.
Yeah. It's the conclusion of the evidence, facts, and truth.
Yeah.
Truth.
So let's talk about the 3 types of theories. Which one do you want to tackle first?
I say we get rid of scientific theory first.
Yeah, because it's the most simple and easiest to define.
Yeah.
But also it's a really interesting, when you understand it, you can actually use it in your own life. So we've actually been talking about it this whole time.
Yes.
That's mostly what we've been referencing when we talk about theory.
Yeah. That's just mostly how scientific, or what would be pretty much everything, I guess the main basic definition of theory falls under our category of scientific theory.
Yeah. Hello, Stephen. Welcome.
Hey, hi, Stephen.
Welcome. So scientific theory is exactly what we explained, where it's a conclusion after an experiment. And that experiment might not look like putting things in a test tube with a clipboard, right? That experiment might be, what's going to happen if I talk to this person?
Yeah. I still can't read it.
Chilling with strangers at Taco Bell. Sus and Andrew say hi to James.
Hi, James.
Hello, James. If you're watching this live stream, thank you. And you should get on your phone and subscribe.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Check out our other theories that we've made.
Yeah.
And, I was going to say spit in William's drink, but that's a little too far.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, William.
And I'm sorry to everyone else that just heard such an insult. Oh, boy. But I bet you he's probably laughing right now.
Yeah.
A lot. Also, hi, William. So it's any sort of experiment. It could be, if I talk to this person, they will be friends. That's your hypothesis, and you talk to them, and they say, buzz off, and you're like, oh, that was... My theory now is that they don't want to be friends with me.
Yes. That
based off the evidence. And or if they're like, yeah, come on, then my theory is that they do want to be friends with me. It's not a foregone fact, because they could be lying.
Yeah.
But based on the evidence I have, that's my theory.
Yeah. So scientific theory is the easiest to go with.
Because it's literally just a process of order.
That's how my brain works.
Yeah, that's your brain a lot.
Yep.
Whereas mine more goes for the third one, and sometimes goes for the second.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the second one.
Conspiracy theory.
A conspiracy theory.
I'd say
It's still similar.
Very similar.
It's like...
But I feel like there's more what's the word?
Speculation.
Chance of wrong?
Yes. And there's a couple of reasons for it.
Yeah.
So, of course, conspiracy theory actually follows the general concept of scientific theory with 2 differences.
Whoa.
Which is bias and, like, like accountability, I guess. What's the word I'm looking for? Where it's like where you're not messing it up.
I don't know. I can't think of it.
Basically, it's conspiracy theories. Often they're about the government.
Yeah.
Not always, but often. Or if you're very mistrusting, they'd be about the people in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Which, yeah. Sometimes they're just fun. Like, just to have fun. Just, oh, ha, 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 that's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Often, though, it's from a place of fear. And the big thing is that, well, that's the other thing, is they're from a place of fear. Mm-hmm. So, one, they're from a place of bias. So, a lot of conspiracy theories, you already have your side.
Yeah.
So, rather than, like, if you want your drink, if you already think your drink is going to be hot, you're going to weigh heavier the evidence that your drink is hot than that your drink is cold. You're going to be like, okay, yes, I did see, like, an icicle in my drink, right? But you could put an icicle in a boiling pot and it'd be there for a while. You could put in a piece of ice on a pan on a hot pan and it'd stay there for a while. It doesn't mean the pan's not hot. Doesn't mean the water's not hot. And it's like, okay, sure, but
well, there's another example that I just thunked up.
Yeah.
Let me try that again. There's another example that I just thought of.
Yeah.
And that is, you see like this big spooky house. You're like, ooh, that house is haunted. And then you hear some random person say, well, that house is haunted. Well, now you have your bias of that house is scary and it's probably haunted. And then you hear this one bit of information from
a random person,
a random source saying, confirming your bias, and bam, my theory is that house is haunted. Yeah. And I'm going to tell everybody that house is haunted. Well,
and then you think about that, it's going to skew the evidence, right?
Yes.
You walk into that house, you hear a mouse on the floor. You think, that's got to be a ghoul. That's got to be a ghost.
Yep.
You hear something in the attic, and it's a bat, and you think, oh, that's for sure.
Bless you.
Excuse me. You think, oh, that's for sure, like, a guy up there, like, creeping around. Like, that's a killer clown up there, right? When actually there's other explanations.
Yeah.
And so you perfectly illustrate my point. Conspiracy theories, the difference is, with a normal theory, with a scientific theory, you start with a hypothesis and then you come to a conclusion. Thank you, Stephen. He said, bless you. And then you come to a conclusion. With conspiracy theories, you start with a conclusion, then you do the experiment.
Yep.
And you decide whether that experiment, it makes your conclusion more or less likely.
Mm-hmm.
So then you're like, okay, so I know it's true, I just don't know how true it is.
Yeah. Yep. And that's a conspiracy theory.
And those, I honestly don't see a lot of good from them. I don't see a reason to have a conspiracy theory. I see them, honestly, in most settings, as dangerous.
One that I heard, that's just, like, again, people having a bias and they're just digging for any evidence, I'm going to put that in air quotes, evidence that they can find. One that I heard is the Washington Monument, the big square spire.
Yes.
It's 555 feet tall.
Mm.
And the base, or the foundation, goes 111 feet into the ground. So that's 666.
Yeah.
The devil's working his way into the government ever since the Washington Monument was built, or even longer than that. So that is proof that my theory is correct.
That the government's evil.
The government is completely controlled by the devil.
Yeah.
I heard that one, and I was just like,
Yeah. The other thing is, because, first of all, none of those people have even measured that. I haven't seen someone measure it. I haven't seen drawn up plans. I just heard people talk about it.
I've heard that same thing from multiple different sources, so I wouldn't be too surprised. But
I've also heard times where like one source says something, and then like three different sources just say this source said this, and then three other sources just say this source said it, and then as you run what I like to call the credibility train, and the credibility train just keeps picking up passengers, and there's nothing there, just a lot of passengers that say there's something there.
Yeah.
Like the haunted house thing.
Yeah. Yep.
I wonder if the house is haunted. This guy says it's haunted. Oh, wait, hold up.
It's his bedtime. I mean, technically it's my bedtime too, but whatever.
But that's fine.
I don't have to work tomorrow.
But if enough people say the house is haunted, the house is haunted.
It sure is.
By the way, our house is haunted.
Yeah.
By him. No, but it's that confirmation bias of if I think it's true and someone else says it's true, rather than taking that as someone else's opinion, eventually people start thinking, well, a lot of people said it. It must be evidence. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, wait, no. It's just a lot of theories.
Yep.
And so, even if it is true, also, it doesn't really prove anything.
Yeah.
Because all I have to do is shave off the real tip of it, and all of a sudden, devil doesn't have control of the government.
Whoa.
Bummer for him. Like,
yeah. Yeah. In case you're wondering what he's talking about, he's saying if you went to
yeah.
Yeah, he went from haunted house back to Washington Monument. Cut the top, you could cut 6 inches off and
now it's no 665.
Yep.
And a half.
6 inches.
No longer under control.
Yeah.
That's honestly how we fix the government. All we have to do...
Alright guys, who's with this?
Let's just all go to D.C. I'm sure there's no security there.
Yeah.
So we just go to D.C., cut the top off, boom. We regain control.
Ta-da!
And that's a conspiracy theory.
And we should stick a Bible on top.
Yeah, because it's flat now. So we put a Bible on top.
Yep.
And then
God's the head of the government.
I like it. See?
Boom.
See this?
And now our theory is that if you cut off the top of the Washington Monument and stick a Bible on top, then now God is in control.
The Bible has to be more than 6 inches long, though. Because otherwise then the devil...
Well, no, if you lay it on, there's only a couple inches.
Exactly.
So,
that's what I'm saying, though. It can't be a 6-inch Bible. It can't be like a big Bible, because otherwise then the devil has control over it again, because height.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So, with all that being said...
And that is how a conspiracy theory is started.
Yes,
we just
absolutely.
Started one.
We just started
Go
one.
spread our theories. What's being said?
Sarah says, we ride at dawn. William says, when the morning gilds the sky. and then Trinity says, I have a theory that we're going to win quiz. See, that's the other type of theory.
There it is.
That's a scientific theory because, yes, it's also a theory because we don't know.
Yeah.
But we have been doing good.
Yeah.
We have been studying. We have been putting effort in. So evidence says that we have a chance.
Yeah.
And we've won before. So experience tells us we have a chance.
And you got really close in the last one.
And we got really close in the last one. So between history, evidence from history, which historical evidence is real if you use it correctly, and between history, evidence of how we are committed and studying and becoming more skillful right now, we do.
Yeah.
So, Trinity, you actually have a scientific theory. Good job. Last one I want to talk about is game theory. Or the theory of how people are. The theory of how people make decisions. In fact, you can use game theory to explain conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of a triage of scientific theory explains game theory explains conspiracy theory.
See, another word for triage in this specific instance is headache.
Or Inception.
I don't know what Inception means. I should, though, because I've heard it.
Have you seen that movie?
Oh, no, I've not seen it.
Yeah, it's a reference to that movie. You should see it. I think you'd like it.
Cool.
But game theory is the theory of behavior.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel ignored. Nice.
Why did we?
Because he said bless you. Thank you.
You said thank you.
I said thank you to you.
No, you said thank you. You're like, thank you, Steven. When
I
said
did?
Because I was like, why is it? Because I sneezed and you said thank you, Steven. You weren't ignored, Steven. You just weren't listening.
Oh, boy. This is great.
We should do all our episodes live. That would be.
We've tried that before.
We did try that.
It's not great.
It's not easy.
You think about the problems we had today.
Yeah. Well, we didn't. It wasn't too bad, actually.
It wasn't too bad, but sometimes you remember how that was.
Yeah.
There were times when it was.
Although we're not
panic.
like setting everything up, taking everything down.
That's true, and we have better Wi-Fi.
Yes.
That Wi-Fi was trash.
When did you ask that? Hey, we scroll.
Sorry, I don't see it.
Yeah, so...
I don't think it ever sent, bruh. Censored it?
Well, if they censored it, it wouldn't have come. So, for those listening and not looking, Steven said he asked if the...
Moon landing.
Asked if the moon landing was fake. But we don't... It must not have... Maybe you accidentally didn't hit send or something. Or it just got confused in the
Either way,
we didn't see your question. So, yes, we did ignore you, Steven. And sorry,
yes, we did.
Because it was very unintentional.
Yes. Well, YouTube actually ignored him. Not us.
Yeah. We'll come back to
We'll get to that.
So, is the moon landing fake?
The answer is that is a conspiracy theory.
Yes.
There's some evidence to back it up. Mm-hmm. But it's similar to what we were talking about. It's also shrouded in bias. Mm-hmm. There's certain people, like people that have a general distrust for NASA, for whatever reason. Mm-hmm. Like if they hold like flat earthers, they will have distrust for NASA because basically NASA, if you were to take all their pictures at face value, explicitly prove that theory wrong, the theory of flat Earth, which, because of the lack of evidence, I would consider a conspiracy theory, but not completely. It's not the same idea of like it's a conspiracy, man, but also it is. Oh wait, no, it is because it's theorizing about a conspiracy. So yeah, it's another conspiracy theory, often built upon another conspiracy theory. So is the moon landing fake?
Maybe.
I know for a fact that it was publicized on TV that people went to the moon. This was then signed off on, or this was then confirmed by our government, by the rival Russian government, and has not been corrected or disproven in an official capacity by any government for all of history.
So is it fake?
Is it fake?
Most likely not.
I don't think so because of the evidence appears. Because like the but I'm not going to get too far into that.
Yeah.
But like Russia didn't like us at the time. So if ever a time to disprove, it was then.
If they
and they still don't like us, so they could do it again.
But they never argued the fact.
So is it fake? Maybe. And also, I don't care too much. It doesn't affect my life.
Yeah, no. No matter how much they want to colonize the moon, it probably won't happen.
Who knows?
I mean, maybe eventually, but why? Have you ever been to Wisconsin? We have acres of unused land.
Yeah, come on
over here. And city folk would not last.
No, they wouldn't. They'd die.
Yeah. Okay. So what's the other?
The next one. In the Purpose podcast, you're mentioning a thing needs to have purpose by like spending time with others or furthering the gospel. I know you aren't suggesting we shouldn't take time for ourselves. I'm asking what the balance is between leisure time when you're emotionally exhausted and rewarding yourself. Oh.
Well,
that's actually a good question, right?
Well, he kind of answers himself right at the end there, because leisure time, you take leisure time when you're exhausted. The purpose of leisure time is to unexhaust yourself.
Yes. So, because one thing you're thinking about, right? Oh, exhausted, like exhaustion of the mind. That's emotional exhaustion, right? Because we wouldn't ask the same question if you're physically exhausted. If you're physically exhausted, everyone goes, yeah, take a nap.
Yeah.
Rest your body. Sit down for a while. Have a drink of water. When you're physically exhausted. So if you're mentally exhausted, it's the same idea.
Mm-hmm.
But in all those things, like, they'd be like, okay, you want to make sure that, you want to make sure that you're doing things that won't hurt your body.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, if you're physically exhausted, don't drink. That might make you feel good for a little bit, and then later you'll feel terrible. Mm-hmm. And you'll maybe make decisions you wouldn't normally. And you'll poison your Don't drink alcohol because you'll poison your body, even though it might feel good in the moment. Mm-hmm. The same applies to the mind.
Yeah.
Not only drinking and drugs, but also stuff like just watching content for hours. Mm-hmm. It feels good in the moment, but it's not actually relaxing your body. No. It's not actually helping you recover. So stuff that will actually recover your body, first of all, physical rest actually helps with emotional exhaustion.
Yeah.
And moderate content can help, but if you're truly exhausted, being able to unload those things, prayer, meditation, Bible reading, talking to friends, hanging out with friends. And I see a place for sure for like watching videos and stuff to just unwind, but don't turn it into relying on that to feel normal. Because a lot of people, their brain will just, as soon as they get exhausted, go to the crazy thing.
Yeah. There is also, like the way I grew up was reading books.
Reading books, yeah.
That is a big, because that is a help. It's you get you're exercising your mind in a good way,
but you're also consuming, so it's nice.
So you got relaxing. a little something to distract that's not whatever issue your mind is focused on, and you're just sitting here reading, and so your body is relaxing. I mean, except for whatever's holding up the book or device or whatever it is that you're reading your book on. So that's another good way for relaxing.
Absolutely. And also physical relaxation will help with emotional relaxation. Mm-hmm. Ultimately, though, be careful that you're not just anytime you have a problem that you just go to, I need to stop feeling this way. Because sometimes those feelings will never go away permanently until you solve the problem.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. But yeah, if you're emotionally exhausted and like you want to play video games for like 30 minutes, or you want to watch like, some YouTube or something like that, yeah, I could see that. As long as it's not damaging to your mind, it's not something ungodly, then that's something that is very helpful. Mm-hmm. And then from there, once you are calm, you can then continue to exercise your mind in good things.
Yeah, so
balance between taking leisure time.
Yeah, so you definitely need to balance. And just remember that leisure time can have a good purpose.
Yes.
And
if used properly.
Yeah.
The other one I got, first of all, Alana Anderson.
Hi.
Hello. I'm not sure if we've been acquainted, but hello, welcome, thank you for coming. And if you have any questions for us, please ask. Or if you have any questions for us, go ahead and ask. I keep forgetting that you're not there.
Yes.
Just your comment. Sarah asks, what is the most outlandish theory that you currently believe in? Yeah, you got any weird theories that you're like, okay, like, but what if it's true though? Like, maybe not like totally, but like, you know, you're like, I could see it.
I don't know.
Do you have anything?
I might. You talk about yours first, because if I do, I can't think of them right off the top of my head.
One of the biggest ones that I do actually, I'm not even going to say believe, but I've seen evidence for, and it's weird, and I'm like, I don't know whether this is just confirmation biases.
Hi, Mom. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know if it's just confirmation bias like we were talking about, or if there's actually something that goes along with it, because there's not a lot of evidence to back it up. So it's a conspiracy theory. Is a full moon affects people, especially people that are special needs.
I've heard from, I would say, reputable sources that is a fact.
Like, I know there's... Well, sorry. I know there's an effect. I just don't know what it is. So I 100% believe it. Mm-hmm. Like, I know it has to affect them in some way. We see measurable... Like, when we're taking data... Mm-hmm. Like, I worked at an ABA clinic where you had to take data.
Yeah.
Full moon, it's literally...
Yeah.
Like, there's the full moon. And it... the behavior rises with the moon. Like,
yeah.
I don't know, because, like, some people are like, oh, it's the pull of gravity. But a full moon can happen at any point in its relation to the Earth, so that's not true. And I've heard a couple other theories, like, you know, like, it has some sort of actual, like, of course, you know, astrology will say it's some sort of mystical effect, which, no. But there's something going on.
Want to hear my theory on that?
All right.
My theory on the full moon theory is that in order for there to be a full moon, that means the sun has to be in just the right position to shine off the entire face of the moon that we can see. So maybe it's the gravitational force of... because
relationally.
Because where the sun is. Because the sun and the moon have to be closer, so that means the sun and moon are closer to each other. Oh, but then what about the moon during the day?
See?
Yeah. I don't know.
Exactly.
Cool.
So it's a whole thing where I don't know. But I believe it.
Yeah.
You got anything?
I can't think of anything. If I think of something, I'll
Alright.
throw it in later.
But yeah, so game theory is actually what we're talking about. Is how decisions are made. How concepts are made. Like, one of the things, like, infinite game versus finite game. I just have to share this with you. It's a little bit of a nerdy bit. Okay.
Go ahead.
A finite game is Uno.
Okay.
Everyone is playing the game. One person wins. When someone wins, game's done.
Yay. Okay.
Alright, then there's infinite games. Like in war. You don't want to die.
Mm-hmm.
So, win condition is you don't die. And lose condition, there is no losing, there's just quitting.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I think like poker is the same way. If played at a casino, poker's an infinite game. You just keep playing until you quit or you run out of money.
Yeah.
There's no you had this hand and you lose.
Yeah.
So it's something where you need to understand what game you're playing in anything you're in. Like in business, a lot of companies will play a finite game of hitting their goals instead of playing the infinite game of continuing to be a company.
Yes.
Like, I like to think you had a job where someone took over your company and they seemed to be playing a finite game of let's get the spreadsheet this month to look good.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make our profits, our ins and outs look good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we need to hit this number, and then we won. Whereas the people before that were extremely generous and made decisions that corporate people would be like, that's insane. But it's because they were playing an infinite game. Their goal was just to keep it running.
Yeah.
And the way they did it is doing stuff like extreme bonuses. Even though it cost them a lot of money, it wasn't about costing a lot of money, it was about keeping the company running.
Mm-hmm.
So they kept their employees happy.
Yep.
And they did a ton of different stuff because they understood, oh, we're playing an infinite game. We just want this company to keep going.
Yeah.
And as far as they were running it, it did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it's still running now.
It is still running. So who knows? Who knows? I'm sure, like, it's no diss to them. They were also, they're a good company. They're just a big company, and they had different values.
Yeah.
But, like, that's kind of the idea of game theory. A couple more. We got, Trinity. Are you going to make more episodes like this in the future? Make more life episodes in the future? I'm not sure 100% what you're saying. I think there's 3 ways to interpret that.
Okay.
Which is more episodes about our life. But I don't think that's it. So if she's saying, just generally, are we making more episodes, life theory episodes? Yes. In case you weren't aware, we're not leaving. This isn't goodbye.
Yeah, no.
We are taking a 2-week break over the Thanksgiving. So over Thanksgiving break, you won't hear from us. And then the week after that. And then we are starting back up season 2. Oh, more live episodes. Okay, that was the other one that I was thinking she was saying.
For sure, the last episode of each season.
Yeah. I think we can say safely, like, we want to make this more of a special thing.
Mm-hmm.
Of the last episode of each season, we want to do that, and we want it to be a special thing. And so season finales, maybe season intros, or if there's a reason to, we might have a live episode in there sometime. Who knows? But, yes, we want to do a couple more live episodes. Because this is really fun, hearing all your questions. Okay, and then we have one more question from Joy. Actually, first, Michelle Navis says, doesn't the moon affect tides? That is true.
Yes.
100% true.
I don't know how.
But the reason it doesn't play into the full moon effect is because at low tide, it's at low tide and at high tide. Anywhere in a 24-hour period in different parts of the world. And yet, people from everywhere will attest to a growing change or weirdness in behavior at full moon, no matter if it's high tide or low tide.
Yeah.
And then we got this one from Joy. Hello, Joy. Welcome. I mean, you've been here the whole time. But, is there a way to biblically approach psychology to help understand yourself better, to know how to avoid certain ways of thinking or acting? Yes. That's actually why, when talking about favorite episodes, I talked about those episodes, is because it was something where we actually took the idea of psychology and we said, forget everything else. What does the Bible say?
Mm-hmm.
Right? You might want to go into the live. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. So I really enjoy the psychology episode because it talks about that. And I actually want to do more in the future. I want to do more in the future talking about it. I think right there. Yeah. but that's something I want to do more in the future, talking about psychology, because it's really great. I love talking about it, and because there needs to be more talked about. But yeah, there is absolutely ways of doing it. Our psychology episode, we talk a little bit about it. But beyond that, man, I don't think it's public. The Quiet and Noisy Soul series was really great. But I think in season 2, we're definitely gonna have a couple more episodes talking about different aspects of psychology.
Yeah.
And overall, the Bible does have a lot to say about it. Yeah. Like, guarding your heart, taking every thought captive, being thankful always. Like, and Psalms 42. I love that chapter. It talks about someone who's in despair and what they do about it. And that is one that I go to often when I'm having troubles. And that's one I try to rely on. Mm-hmm. So yeah, those are a couple of things. And beyond that, Psalms and Proverbs have a lot to say about psychology.
Yeah.
About wisdom, because a wise man is stable. A double-minded man is unstable. And so psychology is all about stabilizing your head. It's a study of the soul. And, oh, hello, Becca. I believe that's our sister, Becca.
Yep.
Hi.
Welcome to the end of the...
Thank you. Yeah, welcome to the end. You might want to rewind because you kind of missed most of it. But it's something where, you should definitely look into it. Research it for yourself. I'm going to research it. We're probably going to talk about it some more. Because it's really... I know we for sure have one. Actually, right, we're looking at it. Yeah. One other psychology-related episode that we're going to do in season 2. And I'm really excited for that. Yeah. That's basically it. William... Oh, interesting. He says that he has a theory that there is a 4th dimension, and that God used it when Paul saw a great light and pushed to the ground involving black holes. Well, black holes are actually in this dimension, which can be used to prove the grand unified theory. That I'm not aware of. Yeah. So that's an interesting theory. I think there is the 4th dimension of time. But there's also very clearly, if nothing else, there's very clearly a spiritual dimension above us that the Bible talks about.
Yeah.
Whether that would be defined as the same thing as our 3 dimensions, which are just created for math purposes. Yeah. They don't actually exist. It's just an interpretation of our perception of the world. But yeah, spiritual dimension exists for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we don't see Satan, we don't see the devil, we don't see angels.
Yeah.
But they're there.
They're there. The Bible is very clear that they're there, which means they're on a plane that isn't here.
Yes.
All right.
Consider having
the PK Pod as guests again. No. Thank you, Sarah Doorcheck. But no, they were the worst guests we had by far. He can attest to this. I cried the entire night as soon as they left. I was bawling my eyes out.
Don't believe him.
No, they were great, and we probably will have them sometime.
Probably, yeah.
Probably season 2. Probably see them again.
Yep.
But yeah, it's been pretty awesome. We've really enjoyed having you guys here. We got 2 minutes, and we're killing the power. So make sure to get your questions in. If you got a couple more questions, we we still got time.
Mm-hmm. I mean, otherwise, if we go over a little bit, it's not going to hurt anything. But
honestly, yeah.
We also technically didn't start till.
That's true. So maybe we end at 10:04.
Yeah.
See if we invite you ever invite you over again. Gotta love it. But, yeah, this has been very fun.
Mm-hmm.
I've enjoyed this. Yeah.
This is more live interaction than I think we ever had when we did our live episodes on the.
Except I think we had like one time where we had a lot of like live interaction. It was a good time. Yeah. But no, this is awesome. I really enjoy it. Oh, Becca. Woo!
And he's gone for the next hour.
Just literally, if I allowed myself. I will answer this question. How has working with kids changed your perception on life? Okay. Parents can attest to this, probably even more than me. Because, for context, for those of you who don't know, I work with kids, and I've been working with kids for over 2 years now. It's been awesome, and I really enjoyed it. Specifically, kids with special needs. I've mostly worked with autism and Down syndrome kids. It's been great. It's taught me the biggest thing it has taught me, by far, and like you could probably agree with this, is working with special ed kids makes you aware of how capable everyone is. Mm-hmm. Because if you're not in that world, like it's something where, it's something where you look at them and at first glance you go, I don't know like how capable they are. I don't know if they're just not very smart. Like you don't know. You don't know what you don't know. Mm-hmm. Having worked with them, it's insane how smart these kids are. Mm-hmm. How intelligent they are. How much they have that they've worked with. Like, the things they come up with just blow my mind. So, I never underestimate anyone anymore. I never think they're probably just not very smart. They're probably not. I'm like, no. Everyone does something for a reason. Mm-hmm. Which simultaneously gives me empathy for people, knowing, hey, instead of being like, they're just dumb, they're just really, it's like, we can work through this. Yeah. And it gives me less empathy for people, knowing there is a way that they can figure this out. Mm-hmm. And that somewhere down the line they made a decision. Like I had a situation with a friend she was in a bad situation, right? Mm-hmm. But in the situation at the current time wasn't like her fault. It was bad people. But it was her decision in the past to be involved with those people. Mm-hmm. And not to move away from those people. And now it's like becoming a huge problem. Mm-hmm. Right? And you think about stuff like that and you go, oh, okay, so it's like you're going to sow what you sow, more than you sow, later than you sowed it. Mm-hmm. And so everything's a decision. Everything's a choice. I know kids right now that are in general education classes, hanging out, socializing with their peers, all by themselves, that, let's see here, 4 years ago, couldn't talk. Mm-hmm. That 2 years ago, refused to even enter the school. Like, this is one specific kid.
Yeah.
And now, he has a social life.
Yeah.
And I look at that and I go, nobody has an excuse. Yes. Like, if he can do it, what's your excuse?
Yeah.
Literally. It also makes me, like, anytime I'm like, this is just, I can't do, like, I always said, like, I can't fix cars. I'm not mechanically minded. And then I look at these kids, I'm like, yeah, they can't talk, and yet they do it anyway. And so I'm like, okay, I should probably learn. So now I've been learning cars, because I'm like, Yes, I can. I might not be your dad, who is a master mechanic, but, like, I can learn.
Yeah.
I have the ability. God gave me life. I need to use it.
Yep.
Right? So it takes away a lot of your excuses.
And then you also see, not necessarily in the fact of, like, autism and stuff, but just, like, oh, I can't do it because of this, that, or the other. And they're like, there's people out there, like my aunt who is legally blind.
Yep.
And she has 8 kids, and she raises them and does homeschooling, and it's like, yeah.
I mean, my parents,
yeah,
they got 9 kids. They raised them all. They're still raising kids, even though they have a grandkid and 2 on the way, and yet they're still raising their kids. Like, you don't have an excuse. I'm sorry. You can do. There's a dumb saying. You can do whatever you put your mind to, which, on its own, with no context, is just whatever. But when you add the context of I can do all things through Christ who strengtheneth me, and you look at the trials people have had to overcome, the answer is yes, you can. Anything that's the Lord's will, you can do. Let's answer Sarah's question last.
Yeah.
All right.
We will come back to your question.
So you can take that.
All right. Let's see. What does this say?
What's your take on those who say Gideon's tests for God's faithfulness is a prescriptive recordings rather than a descriptive record? I personally don't have an opinion on that, as far as whether that was, like, okay, because the Lord did it, so it was within the Lord's will for his life. But I don't see it anywhere else in the Bible as a command to ask for, like, 3 signs. Or even to ask for a sign. In other contexts, Jesus was like, you shouldn't be just asking for a sign. You should actually be seeking me, not like what I can do.
Yeah.
But then I also see, like, ask the Lord and he'll make his will known. So there's both sides. I think being sure of the Lord's will is very important. And I think that in that context, the Lord allowed Gideon to ask for his will, so that instead of a theory, it became a fact, right?
Yeah.
He took what the Lord had said, and he said, I want to make sure this is actually God. And because of that, he asked for signs, which you can do that. Like, hey, Lord, can you put this in my life to confirm this? The other thing, though, is that he didn't have that we have. Like, how do we know for sure it's from the Lord?
Doesn't match up with God's word.
Doesn't match up with God's word. And so I see that as not a bad thing to do, but I see that in this day and age, a real good litmus test of whether something is godly or not is, where do you find it in God's word? If you don't find a precept, which is a command, you'll find a principle, which is a command that relates to what you're doing. If you don't find a principle, you'll find an example of someone that did it and see what happened. Did it turn out good? Did it turn out bad? Did God bless? Did God curse? Like, you see, like, oh, should I have more than one wife? Well, let's take a look. Abraham, they hated each other. Like, Jacob, they hated each other. Solomon, they literally led the entire nation of Israel astray because he had a ton of them, right? So I look at that and I go, yeah, probably not. Like, pretty simple.
And God said, husband of one wife.
Exactly. That he makes very positive in the New Testament. But, or even something like drinking. I've heard people try to, like, weasel their way around it. Like, okay, well, it says not be drunk. So if I don't, like, get drunk, then, and even that is shaky ground at best. But I look at examples of people drinking. Anytime it's brought to light, it's in a negative context of unholiness being done, of anger, of lack of control. And I look at that, and then I also couple it with examples from our state, the state of Wisconsin, the Milwaukee Brewers, and I look at that and I go, no, that's nothing a Christian should be around.
Yeah.
So, I think yes and no. I think asking for a sign is good, but one of the best signs is, what does God say?
Yeah. So I think our last question for tonight.
Yes, as we are 10 minutes over, because
yes.
I like talking.
Sarah said, what do you think your guys' theme song is?
Well, here's the thing. It's not out yet.
Wait for season 2.
Just wait for season 2. You'll find out.
We're gonna actually put together an intro and et cetera, etc. So something to look forward to.
Yep. But yeah.
I said this in one of the near the end episodes, but
yeah.
You're like, and roll the intro. You're like, we don't have an intro. Something. Yep. I was like, I'm gonna clip that and see if I can find music to match that.
Nice.
So if I can do that,
so we're to pull the curtain back a little bit. Let's take it. We're workshopping it.
Hey, pull the curtain back. All right.
No. We're professionals now.
Oh, a life theme song, just like in your life.
Oh.
If your life had a theme song, what would it be?
Staying Alive by Michael Jackson. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It would probably be I'm a Sinner Saved by Grace. Because often I don't feel worthy. Often I feel like what I'm doing doesn't help or make sense and that I shouldn't be in the positions I am. But then I have to remember I am a sinner and I already know that, but I am saved by grace. And that is like my theme.
Mine's a lot less spiritual.
Go for it. Go.
It's the song that I whistle without thinking about it all the time, especially at work. I'll just be walking around work, and it's the kind of, I don't know if it's the theme song or if it's just like the intro song to, there's an old cartoon of Robin Hood, and all the characters are animals.
I know the one. Which is... I almost feel like that's more fitting for you, though.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I had like a normal soundtrack, though, I was just thinking about it. Pirates of the Caribbean. He's a pirate. I'm a pirate. I'm a scallywag. I relate to Johnny Depp's Jack Sparrow. I'm just, how's it going, me mateys? Like, it would be the dun 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 dun. Like,
Yes.
that's how I am, because I also
Chaos.
I'm just chaos, but also like somehow it works out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be my soundtrack.
Yes.
I get it. All right, that's it. We're done.
That's all, folks.
Thank you guys so much for being here. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for asking questions. If you have more questions, either you can put them in the comments, or you can wait for like 2.5 months or 3 months, whatever. However 20 works.
5.
You can wait for 5 months and ask them on our next finale.
Yeah. Or you could, if you have Instagram, you could go on Instagram.
You can. Yes, please follow us on Instagram.
Yeah.
But yeah, good night to you all.
Good night.
It is late. I have work in the morning. He doesn't. This lucky man.
That's because I'm going to find out what gender my baby is.
Yay! I'm so excited.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys later.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Or at church. When we see you. Yeah. We'll see you guys at